Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together as I request Mr. Sampath to welcome all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, in order to celebrate the passion and the entrepreneurship of Indian SMEs, Federal Bank, Dun & Bradstreet and the Times Group have come together to felicitate those SMEs that have demonstrated exemplary performance in their respective fields. The SME Business Excellence Awards will help highlight their achievements and profile them to a global audience through DNB's global network. Incidentally, Dun & Bradstreet's entire database of more than 230 million business entities across 200 countries has a 95% share of SMEs in it, which employ 10 employees or less. So on behalf of Federal Bank, Dun & Bradstreet and Times Group, I thank all of you. We look forward to supporting your endeavors as you soar even higher in the days ahead. Thank you all for joining us this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, what I'd like to do is talk just on a couple of points based on part of my reading, part of my 3.5 years with Federal, where I've gone to the length and breadth of the country, visited SMEs from the north to the south, east to the west. And I thought I'd talk about just a couple of points. The first of it is going digital. Internet usage today is about 280 million in India. It could be even 300 because these numbers are, thrown up by consultants and it can't be exact. But they say in 2015 it's going to 350 million. And BCG actually had a study which said it's going to be 500 million in 2015. Whatever it be, whether it's 350 or 500, it's a hell of a lot. And so SMEs have to recognize this and be prepared for it and see how they can benefit from this. And therefore, I'll talk about what I read about what the Europeans have done. They want the SME to go digital there. And how do you go digital? They say 10,000 euro for helping you design your web. You see, your website. 50,000 for research and innovation. And they said that this has to grow, this 2.8 billion has to be spent across Europe. And who do they task with helping the SME grow this? You would think it is maybe the techies, or maybe the government, or maybe, God forbid, the bankers. But no, it was the accountants. It is an organization called the Associates of Chartered Certified Accountants, the ACCA, which has been tasked to help the SMEs go digital. So going digital will help you in 4 ways. One is, it'll help you grow exports, it'll help you grow your business within the country and overseas. It'll improve processes. It'll improve tax revenue, which I'm sure our Honorable Minister will be happy to hear about. And last but not least, it improves corporate governance. So I look forward to the award winners to be the leaders of bringing up the SME quality in India, the governance, and making it a great success, which you already are. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I'd like to congratulate all award winners which are there today because they made us all proud. I'd also like to congratulate DNB as well as Federal Bank for picking up this effort to really bring to fore all those who deserve to be rewarded for the excellent performance they have put in. While we all say that SMEs are performing so very well, their contribution to the economy, their contribution to the employment after agriculture and everything, but it's very rare that we find SMEs who get acknowledged in terms of their performance. Let us not forget that 94% of the SME sector or the MSME sector in India has units with investment of less than 25 lakhs. It is these units, sir, which really look up to you for something miraculous to promote them, to take them to the next level, because it is that which is needed by the MSMEs in our country. Let me also take this opportunity to urge upon those who have succeeded that it is their responsibility to also do the hand-holding for those who need their support. And it is a continuous process by which the scaling up shall continue. And I take this opportunity to mention that it is for us in NSIC that the process of entrepreneurship creation should continue. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, and my friends from the press corps. It's indeed a distinct pleasure to be here with you all this evening, and in particular, I want to offer my heartiest congratulations to the various prize winners. I understand that there are some 27 prizes to be awarded, so we certainly have many prize winners in the audience, and I think it will be a wonderful evening for you all, as it is in fact a wonderful evening for us as well, because we get a chance to appreciate all the wonderful work that you all are doing. But as we think about the small and medium enterprise sector, the SME sector, I think we have to recognize that there are really three different types of businesses. The first group of businesses I find is what I would call businesses that are, let's call them lifestyle businesses, which means businesses that are in the tens of crores, and you aspire to be a business that's no more than in the tens of crores. It's a great business. It's very profitable. It's very good for your family. It's very good in terms of the lifestyle that you have and so on. But in terms of the business's natural limits to growth and your own potential aspirations or the aspirations of the people in the business, its revenue potential, its growth is limited to, let's say, in the tens of crores, 10, 15, 20, 30 crores, no more. So that's one group of businesses. Then we have another group of businesses that have the aspiration to be in the hundreds of crores. And, those of you who are familiar with businesses in Germany, you know that in Germany there is a whole group of companies called the Mittelstand. Okay, so the Mittelstand are a group of very globally competitive businesses. Most of them are very technology intensive. They are skill intensive. And very sort of well-developed global businesses, but because of the various niches that they operate in, for example, high-speed printing or machines that make machine tools of various kinds, their size is limited to the hundreds of crores. So maybe they'll be $50, $100 million, but no more than that. And in many cases, they're family-owned and run, and they don't necessarily have capital from any external capital providers. So these are medium-scale enterprises. They're global companies, but because of the very distinct and differentiated niches that they work in, their growth and their aspirations are limited to being in the hundreds of crores. Then we have a group of companies that actually don't want to be a 100 crore company. These are companies that want to be thousands of crores. So these are the fast growth, highly scalable businesses that venture capitalists like myself like to invest in. Companies like Flipkart or Snapdeal or Redbus, Treehouse, a company I invested in, Quicker, a company I invested in, and so on. So those are the really fast growth, scalable businesses that we like to invest in. Now, whether you want to be a Mittelstand type company or you want to be a fast growth company, you really have to keep in mind 4 or 5 things as you look to grow. And now, all the empirical research, by the way, has shown that it's the Mittelstand companies, the medium-sized companies, and the fast growth companies that really power the economy forward in terms of growth. And so this is very important. What you all want to do, the ambition, the urgency, the excitement that you have about growing your companies, that you would like to see these India as well. I'll add one more point which I think is extremely important and not sufficiently appreciated. The fact is that when you grow companies that fast, when you scale companies up like that, those companies have to be innovative companies. And innovation is extraordinarily important to entrepreneurship, and it is extraordinarily important for value creation and for the growth of the economy. If we don't have innovation, economies won't grow. And then I come to the final point on how you scale up and really build a high quality, large scale business, which I think, as I said, we all seem to aspire to being able to do. And that is to think global. The reality is, whether you are building a business for either domestic markets or international markets, the reality is the strong winds of global competition are going to affect you no matter what. So you really, from the get-go, you have to say, what is, for you, the China price, for instance, or how is it that somebody from the US can disrupt us? Because it's going to happen. Markets are opening, they'll continue to open, barriers are going to continue to fall, and in fact, it is in your interest, in any case, if you want to be a 1,000 crore business, to be as global as possible. The beauty of the Indian market is, if you can win here at the price points and the quality points that you have to deliver to win in India, you can pretty much win anywhere. So think global, design global, Make sure that your products can beat the best in the world, even if you're only focusing on the domestic market, because sooner or later you're going to face the Chinese competition and the American competition and so on. And in that sense, what I would ask you to do is, please, even as you're building a business, and I'm sure all of you are doing that, scour the world. Scour the world and go around and see what your competition is like. What are they doing in Poland? What are they doing in Brazil? What are they doing in America? Understand them really, really well and do the tear downs if you're doing something in manufacturing. Look at the bill of materials, understand where they are sourcing, how is it that they're able to operate at those price points, and figure out how you're going to beat them. If we do that, I'm sure you all will thrive, you will prosper, your businesses will grow, and I'm sure not only this prize, but there are many other prizes. ET is going to be doing its awards ceremony on November 29th. My hope will be that many of you will end up there, not as the best startup of the year, but as the best large business of the year as well. Thank you so very much.
And as we get set to present the Times Group Federal Bank Dun & Bradstreet SME Business Excellence Awards 2014, I'd request all of you to put your hands together as we get set to introduce to you our first category, which is Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals. As the first winner joins us on stage, it is Ashish Life Science Private Limited. Let's put our hands together as I introduce to you the MD, Mr. Rajesh Agarwal. Congratulations in order as we move on in the same category. Let us put our hands together for Saga Laboratories, and joining us, Mr. Vineet Shah. Many congratulations to you. ADI Finechem Limited, whole-time director, Mr. Bimal Parikh, is joining us next on stage. Let us put our hands together as he joins us to truly claim the trophy. Garments crave our attention next, and in the SME segment, Victory Sweet, let's put our hands together for Calzini Fashions Limited. It is Mr. Umashankar Goenka joining us. Truly a famous walk for you, sir. Many congratulations. Once again, the textiles and garments story of excellence unfolds into the mid-corporate segment, and this time taking it away is Paragon Apparel Private Limited. Let's put our hands together for Managing Director, Mr. Roshan Babe. Before I introduce to you the next category, may I also request Mr. Shankar Chakrabarti, CEO Smera Ratings Limited, to please join us on stage with the dignitaries. And let's put our hands together as we get set and step into engineering and machinery. And the award goes to Skyshade Daylights Private Limited. Let's put our hands together for the Managing Director, Mr. Shekhar Nori. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as I now invite on stage Mr. R.K. Joshi, the Chief Executive of ST Fire Products Private Limited. Let's put our hands together for yet another winner coming our way. machinery remains the flavor of the moment, only scaling up to mid-corporate. So let's put our hands together for the winner, Sipra Engineering Private Limited. Let's put our hands together, Mr. Vandan Shah. Let me now introduce you a single award within the category of electrical and electronic goods. Let's put our hands together for Masibus Automation and Instrumentation Private Limited from the SME segment. Let's put our hands together for Ms. Vidya and Mr. Subramaniam joining us on stage. Well, we'd now like to move on to food processing and agro products. In the SME segment, the award goes to Chemical Resources. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Pavan Goyal, CEO. Mid-corporate in food processing and agro products, and the winner is Sunrise Foods Private Limited. Director Mr. Gaurav Sharma will join us on stage to accept the trophy. Many, many congratulations. Let us put our hands together as I welcome on stage Mr. N2 Joseph once again from Federal Bank to join us in honoring the next few winners. Well, we're truly dedicating the next few awards to IT and ITs. Let's put our hands together as we get set to welcome on stage Mr. Shravan Rivari, Applied Research International Private Limited. Moving on and carrying forward the same segment, our award goes to Gislin Software Private Limited, and I'd like to request Mr. Shravan Rivari to join us on stage, the Managing Director. Well, in that case, may I request the representative to please join us on stage. Let us also put our hands together as IT and ITs continue to hold sway while we're exploring excellence with the mid-corporate space. Answering to that call is Newgen Software Technologies Limited, and let's put it for Mr. Virendra Ji. We welcome you and many, many congratulations. Let us now get set for a moment to cherish for Green Gold Animation Private Limited, and I'd like to request Mr. Rajiv Tiklapapudi to please join us on stage. I truly hope I pronounced your second name right, sir. Well, right on par, SME segment under professional and business services once again, and the honors go to Axiom Consulting Private Limited, and Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Satya Rao is joining us on stage. Let us put our hands together for RV Encon Private Limited, and may I request the Executive Director to please join us on stage. Request Mr. D.K. Agarwal to please join us on stage. Let's put our hands together as I invite Mr. D.K. Agarwal, SMC's Comrade Limited to join us on stage as we move on to our next set of awards, Transportation and Logistics. The next award goes to AV Global Corporation Private Limited. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Vijay Mehta, who joins us next, Managing Director of AV Global Corporation Private Limited. And up until now, SME has been more prolific to the awarded segments. Let's put our hands together as we move on to the mid-corporate race. And with 2 trophies, let's put our hands together for Speical Logistics Private Limited. On the same stage and stature, let us also put our hands together for Sarja Container Line Private Limited. Let's put our hands together as yet another winner joins us on stage. Once again, it is a Transportation and Logistics mid-corporate segment. A dual trophy going there to you, sir. Many, many congratulations to you and the team. And may I also take this opportunity to thank Mr. Agarwal for joining us. May I request you to please join us as a part of the audience once again. And our next category is something that I truly enjoy. Well, it's travel, tourism and hospitality. Let's put our hands together to Eros Mobility and Hospitality Private Limited. Well, congratulations to the winners there. And let me now take this evening forward. It also signals a shifting of gears as we move into the theme awards. Yes, 5 of those on the night. And we are beginning with the Entrepreneurial Spirit Award, Women Entrepreneurs. And let us put our hands together for the winner, Miss Paru Jaikrishna. Let's put our hands together as she joins us on stage. Emerging SME is the next theme category, and the award is being claimed by our guests. Let's put our hands together as we truly congratulate the team. And from emerging SME to emerging mid-corporate, let us now put our hands together as we virtually present the trophy cabinet of Smart India Private Limited. A very, very special moment for the entire team. Mr. Reddy joins us on stage. And the next theme award is under the banner Best Global Business. The first of this goes to the property of Skyla Performance Fibers Limited. Let's put our hands together. Truly a very proud moment. Let us also put our hands together for Rotex Automation Limited. Many, many congratulations indeed. Let's put our hands together as Mr. Bhamik Shah joins us on stage. Well, we'd also also like to congratulate Synergy Kitchens and Hospitality Private Limited. Let's put our hands together as I request the team to join us on stage. We have with us Mr. Dennis Das, Managing Director, and Mr. Shishal Anthony, Chairman.